So I just got done watching the rest of the Enternaut. It's called the Enternaut. This is a sci-fi. It's got 6 episodes. Now I started watching this like 2 months ago. 2 months ago. So I'll read the plot synopsis. It's not going to be long. I just wanted to do a follow-up video. I want to tell you how much I enjoyed this. So survivors must band together against an unknown sci-fi thriller starring Goya award-winning Ricardo Darin, and it's directed by Bruno Stagnaro. So this is overseas somewhere, but I like overseas, you know, uh, movies because Netflix turned me on to a lot of foreign films. So sorry about the lighting; it's kind of dark in here. But uh, this the snowfall comes and everybody dies from the snowfall, so everybody starts figuring out what's going on. But I stopped watching it, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch no more of this, And then it's it's a good looking film too. I mean, I'm watching this thing on my 4K. I mean, it just looks freaking just. I mean, it looks good on my 4K OLED. So I must put that out there because I was watching. It's like, holy crap, this thing looks good, man. It opens up with these three chicks on these three teenage girls. They're on this little yacht, and then they they're just partying and stuff, and then it switches back to the these people playing cards, and then they're trying to get these drinks. I forgot what all was going on, but I just literally finished it about a week ago, and I said, you know what, finish this. And it's got 6 episodes, so I started watching the first 3 episodes, and it is. I'm telling you, man, it is these foreign films, man. That's why it's hard for me not to. That's why it's hard for me to not cancel Netflix sometimes because sometimes, man, I just feel like, man, I'm gonna miss something, Because all I gotta do is I don't have to watch uh, anything that I don't like that's got LGB stuff in it. If it's got LGBTQ plus stuff in it, I just turn it off. So anyway, I'm watching it right now because it's just the way the picture was shot. It's a good foreign film movie, man. I'll tell you. And what I like about the movie, these three girls, man, they look like normal chicks. They're not super gorgeous. They're not drop dead like raw. Don't get me wrong. They're cute. They're cute as a button. But they did a good job how they selected a lot of people to play these roles. They're just not this perfect poster type thing. And it opens up with them hugging and stuff and they're having a good time, and then everything goes dark and they look and see that everything goes dark over there. They're out there in the lake and everything goes dark. So anyway, that's how this thing, and then they see this green aura. So that's like those lights up there in Alaska. But anyway, I stopped watching it, and I was really getting into this, right? So I decided, man, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. I said, man, I want to finish this Internet. I just want to see if I still like it. So I sit back, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish it, man. I'm like, you know, and I started playing it. So I sat down on my couch and I started, hey, I'm gonna start watching. I only had like 3 episodes to go, and I just got right back into it, man. I mean, it shows how they were trying to survive. It shows how they was wrapping themselves up. It also did a good job on how, people started grouping off in certain sections and they want to try to fight back. And uh, it's kind of sad because, when both her friends died because they were outside and she was inside, and they got affected by that green stuff. Because in the city, it's snow. So she stays inside, and then that's how this whole thing opens up. But man, let's get to the older people though. What I really like about this is the fact that the cast that they use, man, seem real to me, and that's what I like. When I see people, just they have, they got it says, they'll put stuff up and you'll see their language, and then it says, you know, don't turn off the power. 500,000 Pesco watchers, and it's just cool. The people that they used in this look so down to earth, man. And the main guy, man, he just looks like a regular dude, man. He has all these flashbacks, man. He must have been in a war or something like that. But then when he goes to his wife and his friends that's in that building, and they really, to me, took a good time to, and the way they set up these characters, man, and the way all the characters kind of like got intertwined to one another and stuff like that. It's just, it feels real to me. The world feels like it's real. It feels like it just felt real. And that's what I like. See, don't get me wrong. I'm all American. Big time all American. I know America's got its issues, man, but so does everybody else. Let me put that out there. But what I love about these foreign films is that we're getting a chance to see things from their eyes, from their perspective, for how they film stuff, what they talk about, and things they go through. And this film is just so good. And so, like I said, I went back and I started watching it, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I am ready for the second season because you know they do a a build up. It's not slow, but it's kind of like semi medium, kind of at a pace. But everything is like you're just looking at everything and you're checking everything out. The way they put the pictures on everybody's face and the eyes, and the way that each conversation is with everybody, and then there was friction between this person, that person, and there was these bugs in here that I don't know where these bugs come from, but those bugs was pretty slick because I was saying to myself, you know, they were trying to think they were trying to figure out who's doing this, who's behind this, is it, you know, and they did a good job with that. So my hat's off to the people that produced this. This is just freaking, man. These foreign films, man. I love the fact that I could see how they live over there. You know, I really do. I love that. You know, I like to go to a foreign country sometimes, but man, just sitting on a plane for so many hours just ain't my cup of tea, man. You know, I know people do that every day. It's just, you know, but I just, these actors, man, and these actresses, man, you know, I just love the way they look. They look so normal. You know, they look like normal people, man. But you know, each one of them had a little twist with their life and stuff like that. And what I mean by that is just the way they filmed it. It just seems so organic to me. You know what I mean? And when I finished the last three episodes, man, like I think it's 6 episodes. I quit at the Creed. I quit at the Creed. And that is episode 4. I only had 2 episodes to go. And it took me almost a month and a half to go back to it. Then I went and I said, man, come on, Vic, you need to finish this, you know. I said, because I said, oh, okay, Vic, you did like this, you know. So I went back and I finished Horizon. And then I went back and finished Cold Tomato Juice. And it is just, I love it. I like it. I really do. I can't put my finger on why this just, there's a lot of foreign films that hit me, and this one did. I'm not talking about hit me in the feels, just hit me with the people in here seem so organic. I mean, they did a real good job with this, because I was thinking I wasn't going to get into this, man, but, you know, the first episode is called The Night of Cars. This is the night they was playing Cars. That's when everything started happening. Then the other one is Step into the Sun, and then the other one is Magnetism, and then the Creed, Horizon, Cold Tomato Juice. But the last episode, man, it sets up things because you're going back and stuff, and I'm still trying to figure out. And there was parts in there where I'm like, how did he, and why did they shoot those people? And what was the meaning of them just going out and shooting people? And I mean, of course, you know, in a situation like that, you know, you don't know how you're going to think, because everybody was going to the store. Everybody was trying to survive, and you had to stay inside. And then I think towards the end, they found that the snow stopped and they could go out without the mask on. So I think that's the part I did like. But then they had the setup of what was going on. So they end up finding a place where they had to get on this train. This train was pretty slick. The guy on this train got this train to work, right? And they was going through this barricade. But these bugs was like soldiers, and they had a one thing they reported to. So at the end, I'm like, there was this funny looking hand that had webbed hands, but it was kind of like a human hand. Because one of the characters and his daughter came back, and they were trying to figure out how she survived. But then she was having these episodes, and I kept saying, boy, she's acting awful weird. But then at times she acted all right, you know. And then when they went to go to that stadium, they went to a stadium someplace where there was a stadium, there was a light. They were trying to figure out what was going on. But then they went inside this big building. And then when they went inside this big building, that's when all kinds of stuff went wrong, because some of them ended up turning on each other. And then one guy that was in that group, he somehow this thing could, I don't know how it controls you, but he ended up getting on the ledge, and he was talking to him, and he got on the ledge, and they said, don't do it. And he dropped to his death. So as they kept progressing more and more towards where everybody was at, that one guy found his daughter was there, and whatever is controlling these people is turning these people on each other. It's so hard to explain, but yes, the ENTERNAUT. Yes, this is a very, 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 very it's a very good it's very good. I am, you know, I'm impressed with this. I was trying to figure out where it was from, but it doesn't tell you where it was from. I don't know if it's over in Italy or Spain, or I wish I could find out where it was from, but you know, at the end you could rate it, you know, you could rate it, I like it, rate it, you know, not for me, but I said, yeah, I loved it, because I really did. I like it. And like I said, man, it's a language, smoking, suicide, violence. But you know what gets me, man? Every time I start watching something, I call, man, they're going to throw some, you know, they're going to throw some stuff in there I don't care for, man, you know. And they didn't. They ain't throw any of that in there. Hopefully they don't do that in season 2. But this has got a season 2. And when I was watching it, it got me so into it. And then I was like, I was getting into it, man. And then next thing I know, it quit. Because I wanted to see where that hand that was doing, you know, that was controlling people was a weird looking hand. Then they was like, you know, the ones that was trying to find out what was going on, when they seen all those people was being controlled by this thing somehow, then it ended, said second season on the way. So as far as I'm concerned, they could take the good old time, because I stopped watching it, and like I said, each episode is not that long. It's when you watch the episode, you got, I don't even think you got that many. You got 6 episodes, but I'm trying to figure how long they are. 45 minutes. The first episode's 45 minutes. Second episode's 44 minutes. Third episode's 59 minutes, less than an hour. 56 minutes is the fourth episode. Episode 5 is 49 minutes. Episode 6 is the last episode, and it's an hour and 8 minutes. So anyway, I thought I would let you guys know I finally finished that. I just wanted to do a follow-up on the ENTERNAUT. And yes, I'm very impressed. I just don't know where. I wish it would tell us where it's from. I know it's a foreign film. I don't know if it's Spain. Spain be making some killer stuff, man. I mean, Spain makes some good stuff. Germany be making some good stuff. Great Britain, that's almost like our Great Britain, the United States. I always say that's our brother and sister state, country. We're just so similar. It's just one's Great Britain, one's America. So Great Britain, they make good stuff too. I'll say that. But man, Germany and Spain and who else? Germany, Spain, Asian films they can make some dark films, man. Their horror is off the chart. They make some good stuff too. You know, Japanese and the Koreans and stuff like that. I watched a couple of ones from, you know, Hispanic films. I seen two I really like. Uh, I don't watch too many of those because I just don't. There's two of them I really love though. That one, there's two Hispanic ones that is just so good. The one, it's about these little boys and they was trying to survive, and it was just, and then the other Hispanic one was these guys that was trying to uh, get jobs, and they was working for these rich people, and these rich people was killing them and burying them up under a thing. That was so good. So, everybody makes good stuff, what I'm trying to say, but you gotta give them a shot. Sometimes it takes a lot for me to sit down and be like, because I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, I'd be like, man, I'm not watching no foreign films, man. I'm just all American, dude. I'm just all American, dude. I ain't had nothing against foreign people. I said, I'm not watching it, man. I can't get into it, man. I just like they're, I always say, man, their lips not going with the language, and I just can't get in. The only person I ever, the only person really opened up me was, Bruce Lee, when Bruce Lee made all those movies. To me, Bruce Lee was the one that really opened doors for people of different nationalities from different countries. Because Bruce Lee, I was an avid Bruce Lee fan. I fell in love with that dude. That dude was just phenomenal. I was a fat little. Now him and Lee Haney and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Lee, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lee Haney, they all, inspired me to lose weight, get myself built up. And then there's Muhammad Ali, and there was, Muhammad Ali in there. You could throw Sugar Ray Leonard in there. You could throw, Michael Jordan in there. You could throw, John McEnroe, because I was a big tennis player. I was good at tennis, man. I was good at martial arts. I was good at martial arts because I picked it up easy. It was my thing. But I didn't do it to beat somebody up. Or some people, they do it so they can be this legendary ass-kicking dude. I didn't do it. It just felt good to learn self-defense. And that was one thing. That in tennis that was what I picked up a lot. But anyway, these foreign films are just killing it. They're rocking it. But like I said, it's Germany and Spain and, Great Britain, freaking Mexico and Asian and all that. Asian people make some dark, scary movies, man. It's different. Their horror is way different from ours. It's cool. I like ours too, though. But I was like, you just get a different look. Anyway, that's all I got. I hope you guys understand. But The ENTERNAUT, have you guys watched it? It is really, really good. I'm very impressed. Now I'm ready for the second season. God bless.